This is Justin AMZN on Tuesday, June 11th, 2019. Pretty uneventful day today. We made a really nice small triangle here at the open for the first hour, approximately an hour, and broke down from there. Put in a hammer right here, and then couldn't get back above it. Very next candle, continued on bearish, making a new low in the day. A little bit of a retest here, didn't quite get high enough to kind of play it by retest back to this level. But I mean, you could have been doing, these dotted lines here going across, so like 1877.50 by 1882.50, nice $5 range there. That continued down nicely into 1863.84. And just chopped around there, made another triangle. Initially made a lower low below it, but made after that made lower highs and higher lows, consolidating here with a squeeze. That got a nice little pop. Unfortunately, it didn't even continue back up to 1880.05. That rolled back down and then bounced again, kind of a breakout and then a retest, and then expecting this to continue and move back higher, and instead, with the bounce that came in here, that really petered out. And so, kind of the bigger picture all day, we were making lower highs and slightly higher lows. And zooming back out, and we did make the higher high on the daily. Let me switch over to the daily. Higher high on the daily, but after this kind of a move, it makes sense to have a little bit of rest right here. On the move where we made all bullish candles, we still had a bearish one here, and we had some retesting. I'm not saying this kind of move is the same one that we're getting now. I'm just comparing because, it's moving. It's moved dollar amount, I think, the same. Let me see if I can measure. Let me just do this. Let me draw a line from the low to the high approximately, and move that here. Okay, so we haven't quite moved that amount yet, but it's nice to have a little bit of a rest here. We had a rest here with a hammer, closed above it with a higher high, higher low. So really, we've made higher highs and higher lows every day since that candle. Well, after that one, because obviously this was not a higher high than that one. So from this candle, starting on this candle on the 4th, we made higher highs and higher lows every day, which is pretty impressive for it to do that. We did that same thing here. So Amazon kind of gets into a routine to somewhat do that, I guess, on some of its moves, because this was a really choppy move. This one was much more directional move. We're getting the directional move, and until we don't get any more higher highs and higher lows, it's good to stay bullish on this. Just remember that it doesn't have that much further to go where it's going to be hitting some resistance. It's already getting into that right here. This is a no man's land. Last time we traded in this range, we couldn't get back up here. We gapped down from it. We've run into a what was kind of a neckline sort of support. Even the 1900 price had some lows right here and a neckline here where we tried to get above and then broke down below it and then continued lower. So we're right below 1900. It's a nice strong number. If we can get to that tomorrow with a little bit of a move higher, that'll be on Wednesday, and then possibly Thursday, get up to this. It really needs to happen. What is this? Yeah, Thursday, maybe the 14th. But if this X is going to hold up here, if it's going to do it like this one did, we need to see the next 2 days being really bullish to push that high. I don't know that we could do it in one day. We could get a big candle like this, or a big candle like this, or more big candles like these up here. It's possible. Just seems like we're kind of possibly running out of steam. We're losing bearish momentum, which is kind of crazy. We've had this huge bullish move, and we're still negative on momentum. We don't have a squeeze, but we have moved further than usual. So, and let's see, this was lower volume, so that helps too. That was a bearish candle with lower volume. So I guess we'll see if we can get a gap up and continue higher, or just continue to grind higher and see if this remains a target. I don't recommend buying like the 1950 or maybe not even 1925 calls, because you're really hoping for a gap up. You're hoping for a move into that. Those options expiring this week. So yeah, we'll see how much more we can move as the week progresses. But back onto the 5 minute here with this triangle. Really, this hammer should have held here, and then this one was breaking this one down. So let's say we got in bearish on this candle. Oh yeah, and we have the squeeze going, with negative momentum. So setting up really nicely. So 935 candle setting up nicely to continue lower. Here it's the 1825 put. That was this candle was 935, and it looks like nobody bought puts, or at least nobody bought the 1825 puts at that time. Wait, 935. Okay, right here. So that's between like 450 and 350, or 4 by 3, something like that. That could have worked, and that went up. 4 by 3 went up pretty easily to 6 up here. Consolidated a bit and then continued on higher, and another S curve and continuation. So, a lot of nice moves with the put here. Probably would have been exiting on this one because, this would have been a little bit too soon. It may not have filled at 2R, going 4 by 3. Once it's pulling back and putting these lows, don't recommend putting your stop at 5, but you can move your stop to 4 to break even, possibly to 450. But this is just really spreading it. You got to be careful in these with under risk. So, once this candle comes in, yeah, definitely have your stop at like 475 or 5, because already you're at 2.5 hours. So how much of that do you really want to get back? You may want to move your stop down to like 550 and lock in 1.5. And even if it comes down with some slippage, you should be able to eke out with more than 1 hour. So that was on the puts. That was the 1825 puts, which were a little lower volume, but had the nice setup. If we look at, I think these might be too expensive. Let's see. No, I guess maybe not. So this is the 1850 put. This would have been the 935 candle. Okay, so like almost 9 by 8. It'd be nice if that lower wick wasn't quite right there, but really the breakout here. So probably doing something like 850, but then I guess it would be 650. I don't like that one as much. This one, any of these pullbacks were retests of pretty much the high of the day here, and so those would have been with that retest. You could have had a trade set up to do 10 by 9. Just a really easy one to calculate, and one of my favorites to set up. But no reason it had to work here. And then let's see, back here, then this pop. So let's look at 1230, because we get back above there. Actually, let's look at 1235, because that actually makes a new high from the last half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. And we're about to cross, anticipating it's going to cross the 5 above the 21. 5 above the 21. This candle looks like it's about to. So 1240 candle. If you're looking at calls, 1240 is right here. So possibly getting into this one like 650, maybe. No, probably not 6. Probably 650 by 550. could have worked. And then, yeah, that ran up only to 2R. So definitely counter trend. Maybe we're just trying to scalp a little bit. I mean, not calls are not counter trend on the daily we're looking at here, but they're counter trend on, I guess they're kind of counter trend because we had the bigger pullback. And this one, we went sideways. I guess these went sideways and sucked in a lot of premium, premium with folks looking for direction and not getting one, and then similar today, looking for direction, bigger move and not getting one. So we stayed really close to the upper range here where we had for the majority of the day yesterday. Got a little above it, got a little below it. This portion, this is a bearish engulfing. The rest of the portion, obviously it's not. So we're going to see if it continues lower. This is looking like a head and shoulders here. And then how much further it could move down. I mean, are we looking at just like 1850, or are we looking for something back down like 1747, So we'll just have to see how much further this thing pulls back. If it does, it looks like we're getting a little bit some selling after hours. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So we'll be back this week. Hopefully, as long as the internet works, and it's been doing okay. And hope you enjoyed this video. This is Justin AMZN. Thanks.